Okay, so today is August 15th. It's been another week, and where am I this week? Well, I had an interview last Monday, and it went fairly well. I probably could have done a lot better, but I did the best I could with what I knew, and I'm not going to beat myself up. I finally got an interview for a job that I really enthusiastically want, and so that's something. But I haven't heard back from them. They said it could be a couple weeks, but that usually means no. But I'm still applying elsewhere to see if I can find a job, although I'm trying to apply for similar jobs since it sounded like that particular place was interested. So I'm just gonna keep looking. Other than that, I did on Wednesday go out with my anime friends and we hung out at our meetup. I had a good time, and before I went to that, I also went to the pottery place and painted a small piece for my mother, since that is something that I like to do. And I don't know if I showed it off yet or not. I don't think I have. I painted a piece for my friend Olga. I painted a little owl for her. I don't know if you can see that very well in this light, but it's just a little simple token to remind her that she has friends in the area. I know how difficult it can be to go off to college away from family, and I want to make sure that she's okay. Not so much because I'm worried about her in particular, but because I've had so many other friends that I thought were well and competent and able to do things, but when they moved away from their family support, they felt really lonely. And they failed not because they weren't smart enough, but just because they didn't have the social support that they were used to. So I don't want that to happen to her, and I'm going to be more proactive. I probably could have helped some other friends if I'd been proactive with them, but I at least won't repeat that mistake. So other than that, I mentioned that I painted a piece for my mother on Wednesday. On Thursday, I spoke with my mother some over Skype, but we don't ever seem to get along all that well. So we were on the line for like 3 hours, and that's a very long time to be talking to somebody. So we talked a little bit about my writing. I have a blog that I've been writing just a little bit in, but I don't really care to do it professionally. But when my mother said, well, this is very well written, you could be selling it, I thought, well, okay, if it'll make some money, I'd be willing to do it. Then she started talking about how I would need to submit it and edit it and do other things to my work and submit it for free and try to find places to publish it. And that sounds to me an awful lot like it would take time away from actually finding paying work. So I'm not willing to do it. I was only interested because I thought there might be some money in it. But my mother doesn't understand that. She thinks I'm wasting my potential and not listening to her. No, I'm interested in making money. That was the only reason I was interested in the first place. So I'm kind of arguing with her over that. Although I'm not really arguing, I'm more just ignoring her because she's not listening. But I do need to continue looking for work. My interview went okay, but I'm not going to count on getting that job, so I think I might go by the employment office this week. When I went by before, I was living with my mother and I didn't have reliable transportation. She took me once and never let me go back. So I'm going to go by the office myself this time, and I'll go back if they have lessons and other things. I remember there was something about resumes and interviews, that kind of thing. That's the knowledge that I need to have. Whatever mistake I'm making, it's got to be something very, very basic and obvious that I don't even think people think to put into stuff. So I'm going to go into the office and see what they can do for me. I suspect they don't know what to do with me, but I'm going to try talking to them. I also, just for my own sake, made a small mailbox to put on the back of my door, so that even when I'm not here, it's easy to drop off mail for me. It's just a little triangular slot thing that I can tack up on the back of the door, but it's exactly the right height so that I'll be able to see if I have a letter in it. So it should help with me getting mail and everything being reliable. And yes, I put a picture on it so that it would be more pleasing. The picture doesn't do anything. So other than that, I haven't got a whole lot going on, but I'm still looking for work, and life is still just kind of plodding along.